I'm very pleased to welcome you on behalf of Kent Business School to this AMBA Refresher event.
So we've gone from marketing is everything and everything is marketing to marketing is everyone's and marketing really doesn't seem to matter a lot. If marketing matters, then we should improve business performance. That really has to be the measure of it. Does it improve? And marketing is big enough to affect business performance. Attending to the financial outcomes of marketing, only 15% of CFOs think marketing people do that. Yet still only 24% of marketing executives can do it. So they can't link their strategy to financial outcomes. Well, I'm an engineer. I believe if you can't measure, you don't do it. John Saunders, a professor of marketing at Kent Business School and Director of Research at this school. Really, first of all, shows that market orientation does lead to improved performance, but there's a barrier to that happening. But the core of what we talk about, the conclusion we came to in that, is that the underlying element about all those is that of courage. The courage to innovate, the courage to be accountable, the courage to build a team which does things. Well, I would not be an academic or professor if I didn't believe in refreshing knowledge, and the thought that you could survive on the knowledge one knew 30 or 40 years ago is pretty grim. So it's a stimulus to other things. It's a way of refreshing and injecting some new ideas within your mind and possibly within your organisation. That's my main feeling about what it is, but I'm a great network believer. Networking and a broader network and meeting new people and finding stimulus from those is fundamental.
If you look at ancient, traditional and primitive societies, which anthropologists spend a lot of time doing, you discover that most ancient societies, traditional societies, have various oracles which they use to make decisions, to help them make decisions about things that they're not sure about. And I looked for some modern day tribes, because obviously all the old traditional ones have been discovered years ago and nobody's uncontacted anymore. So I studied the fire, police and ambulance service because they're quite tribal. They're three agencies, and when they come together at a crisis or an emergency, very interesting things start to happen. You start to see the non-enmeshment of the different management structures in the three different agencies. So the first thing we need to do is think about developing a standard that we can use to improve the way we manage things that go wrong.
My name's Edward Borodzic. I'm a Professor of Risk and Crisis Management at Portsmouth Business School. My work has been very much involved in looking at crisis events and trying to understand how we can better respond. This morning I've been talking a little bit about risk management and why risk management is often not as successful as we would like. The other half of my presentation has been about the subject of crisis management. What about, instead of trying to prevent things from going wrong, if we were to spend more time trying to learn from successfully managed events and bring some of that learning into how we currently manage crises? I think AMBA does a wonderful job in terms of maintaining, if you like, the standard of MBAs across the country, particularly ones that are affiliated to AMBA. And events like this are brilliant because they can come back and they can listen to some of the keynote presentations from latest thinking speakers on various topics. And sharpen those analytic skills and also bring some of that knowledge and update some of that knowledge into their working practice.
You're all here today because you want to refresh your skills, you want to think about it, it's the springtime, you'll step back and think about what you need in your professional life. And I'm saying, well, one of those things I'd like you to refresh is your comms. How do you communicate? How is the mix of communication styles that you're using as a business person? So for your business network, for your business community, who is it you need to get to? And is the expert around the corner? Not necessarily. How fantastic is it that you could build that relationship with? And so at the end of it, we're saying, well, business always at its heart is about relationships. Relationships are always built on conversations. Social media is simply another way to talk.
Certainly. So I'm Linda Ching, I'm CEO of Cube Social and Honesty Box. Cube Social is a social CRM and services business. Honesty Box is a web app for startups, bloggers, small businesses to provide and get access to affordable advice. So today was talking about refreshing your communications. So today's event being at the Spring Refresher for your association, and really making your participants think about how they're communicating, how they incorporate social media as just another way to talk. Not a marketing tool, not something that's only relevant to consumer brands, but how as professionals they should incorporate it into their communications. I think it was a fantastic, I've heard the delegates say, it's a great opportunity to step back, think about issues, skills that are relevant and important to them today, and also to network with like-minded individuals while you do that. So it's always stepping back to push forward and having the time and headspace to enable them to do that.